My name is Endevar, and this is All the Mods 10. So last time we got ourselves a bit of a gear upgrade going on. We got the Celestia Gem armor from justdirethings, and we got a few of the upgrades in there as well. And we also used the reforging table to give ourselves some special abilities, and also got some gems installed in there. But the problem we're having at the minute is mob drops. We are in desperate need of a mob farm, and that is the plan for today, to get some of that going. So between episodes I've done a little bit of exploring, but I found out it wasn't as tough as I thought it was, so I almost died. So I came back here to safety and I dug a little bit of a hole. So this is where we're going to have our mob farm, and we're going to be doing this with spawners. So we have picked up a few spawners from using the Silk Touch pick. They're mostly the same thing. That I've got a lot of skeletons and a few zombies, but other than that, nothing that interesting. So the first job for today is to actually turn these into different things, and we do that by using spawn eggs. So in this chest here, I have a few of the things we're going to need today, and to make the spawn eggs, what we need are the mob swabs. So I have one here already that I've used, and this has got with the skeleton DNA on it. The other two I want are a witch and an enderman. So we need to go find those when it's nighttime. But I also have a blaze spawner as well, and that's one I'm going to use. So those are the 4 spawners I'm going to do on this first farm. So with a skeleton, enderman, blaze, and witch. I think that should do for mob drops, and we should get a fair bit of XP from that as well. So mob swap, what do we do with this? We need to craft this into this thing called the GM chicken feed. Now I need to get a bucket of experience, and I didn't test this. I really should have tested this, but I'm hoping that the direwolf experience holder will allow me to get an XP bucket out of there, because that's how some of the others work. I'm not sure about this one, so let's just grab a bucket. And does that work on there? No, it doesn't do it. Oh no. Right, I may need to export this. Right, let's get a pipe and a tank and see if we can do that. Already have one there from a quest. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, at the end of the last episode I was going through all the quests I had, and I had loads left, and I got a ton of experience on that. I got up to about 80 levels, I think, and that's why I've done a little bit of enchanting on here. There's nothing crazily good, but we can upgrade that as we go. But I think that's more than good enough for now. Anyway, I've got a pipe, so let's get a tank. What's that? Dark tank, that'll do. I only need one bucket, so let's get that. And do I have a pipe wrench? No, I don't, because I haven't done any of this yet. Let's grab that. No, I have absolutely no idea if this works, but let's give it a go. This is going to mess up my enchanting, isn't it? Right, I think I'm going to need to move this, so I'll take all my levels. I think it does keep them if you pick it up anyway, but let's just be safe. So let's put that there, and I don't know if can I just push it down? Probably not. So I'll tell you what, I've only got one pipe, so let's put that there like that, and then nailed it, and then put that on there, and then if I take a pipe wrench, will that put fluid XP into there? Because that would be very, very handy. It don't seem to be doing it, does it? Oh, because I ain't got any XP in it. You can do it? No. Alright, we need another way of getting XP. Right, so I think the easiest way is going to be crafting an XP drain, isn't it? So let's grab that. And if I put this down over here, stand on that, that's going to take my levels. And can I see how much is in it? Right, so I've got 2 buckets now. So if I grab my buckets, there we go. Now I have 2 XP buckets. Right, so forget that. And I just need some seeds as well. Do that. And beetroot seeds I'll do. So that has given us GM chicken feed with a skeleton DNA. So now we just need to go find a chicken. And I've got the creature catchers in that chest. And it's nighttime as well, so maybe we can get some swaps done as well. So let's grab some creature catchers. I'm going to try and find some chickens, and I'll bring those back, because I would like to breed those up as well. But while we're out and about, let's try and find an enderman and a witch. The enderman should be pretty easy, but the witches... Alright, there we go. Right, so I think you just throw these, don't you? Missed. Oh no, you just right click on it. Right, okay. I think you can throw them as well. But anyway, we've got a chicken in there now, so that's a nice easy way of bringing that back. So, do we have an enderman anywhere? Alright, I'll have another chicken now. Why are there no more spawning? If I was out and about and I didn't want to see mobs, there would be tons of them. Right, I've been flying around for ages and I can't find anything, so let's go in a mineshaft. That's always good, isn't it? Oh, I think last time I came in this one there was nothing here. So, anyway, low down in the world, we should get some more spawns. And it looks really light, but I've got night vision on, so that's why we can see everything. Oh, come on. Right, I can hear a witch. What is that? Alright, we have mobs. That's progress. Right, so we've got creepers. Now, I'm just thinking I could probably just go to the end and get the enderman, couldn't I? But witches. I definitely want a witch. Right, this cave is huge and not one mob. Right, there's an Enderman. So I don't have to go to the end, but... Right, let's have that. So we have an Enderman DNA. We have Wither Skeleton on there. Now we just need to find a witch. Or do we? Should we get the mob farm set up first, and then I can try and do that another time, Kai? Yeah, let's do that. Right, so firstly, I'm going to use these chickens now. I'll grab some more later to breed some up, but if we just... I think if we just draw that down, and then we can feed it this GM chicken feed, it'll explode, and I get a Wither Skeleton spawn egg. So I can use that on the spawner and turn it into a Wither Skeleton one. With the other one, I just need to craft up the GM chicken feed from this one, and this will give us the Endermill one. Stick that down. Feed it that. And we have the other spawn egg. Nice. Okay, so the plan is, in here, we're going to have a way of pushing all the mobs to one side, and then we'll just kill them at the other end. And I've gone through a few different tests and trying to figure out the best way of doing this. I do want to use create, and I am going to do that. And my original plan was... Oh no, I'll turn the magnet off. My original plan was to use the fans to push them. But these actually use quite a lot of stress units, which is why I built it over here, because I could just use this. I mean, I have more than enough to do it. But there is a much better way, and it works better as well. Hang on, I'm having you. So there is a better way. One, it actually works better, but it also uses 0 stress units, and that is using the belts. So you can just stick a lot of these down, pointing in the same direction, power them just with a really, really simple setup, and it'll work. I'm still going to use this. I can just run a shaft off here, but I could just use one water wheel, and it would more than do. In fact, you know, I might even do that, because it's going to be low down. It's going to be underground, isn't it? There's literally 0 point in building it over here, but never mind. Okay, so we just need to find the center of this. Let's just use the gravel. So this is just a standard 9x9 spawner room. We can do it bigger because you can actually increase the spawn range of the spawners with Apotheosis, but let's just do this. So I'm going to go, what we're doing 3 up, because I'm going to need a space for the belt. 1, 2, 3. I think actually that'll do it. So did I bring any spawners? I did not. That's alright. So let's grab a few of these. I was actually going to use a skeleton, but I think I'll get everything I need from the Wither Skeleton one. The Blaze one I've already got put down somewhere. I've got loads. These are actually empty. These don't have anything in. So let's grab one of those. And one of those. Magma Cube could be interesting. But I'll leave that for now. That's not part of my plan. Let's leave that. So I'll get a skeleton one for the Enderman. So actually, no, I need 2 for the mini die. And then let's go grab the Blaze one, which should be down here. Alright, I've got Silk Touch pick. That's definitely Silk Touch, so I can pick this up. Let's have that. Right, so on top of here, let's put Blaze spawner, another spawner, and another one. Right, and these don't have anything in the minute, but I can put an Enderman spawn egg into that second one, and then a Wither Skeleton one in the top one. So I don't want to get this wrong. I don't want to waste these eggs. And then put that one there. So we have Blaze, Enderman, Wither. Nice. So I also want to get some comparators so I can turn these on and off. Just grab 2 of these. One in that one, and one in that one. So nice and safe now. And I can put a few more spawns on top of here and have those fall down there. So let's grab that. Now I don't know which way I want to go with the... Should we go... Let's just pick a direction randomly. Yeah, let's go that way. So I'm going to need some shafts and some belts. Oh, that's all I've got. That might be enough. Let's try that. Right, so we're just going to go in this direction. We just need to do 2 shafts like that, and they can just join them up. And yeah, that only takes 1, so that's good. So we'll just do this all the way along. And then same on this side. And then we can just join all these up. I am going to need another speed controller as well, so I need to go do that. And I still haven't automated that, so it's going to be the manual way again. So then just last one down there. I'm going to push them that way like that. Now, have I gone 1 too far? I have, haven't I? Got my wrench. That's alright. So let's grab that. So if you just right click on the end of these, it reduces the size by 1. Like that. And then we're going to dig down here like 3 blocks maybe. And then we're going to have another belt going along this way. So I want 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then the belt. So let's go. Not like that. Let's Go there like that. Okay, and then finally we're just going to have one. Should we do it one shot? And then we can have... We're going to use the mob masher to kill them. So let's put that there. I'm going to put a block here. I'm going to put a way of power in it manually rather than a redstone block. And I'm going to need like a viewing type area, right? And space for storage as well. So I'll just dig this out a little bit. Okay, so something like that should do. And then I can just use some gearboxes over here somewhere, get all this wired up, and then we can get the mob masher in, and that should do it. So the main challenge obviously is sorting all the items out, but I'll just get on with the create stuff, and then we can come back and do all the fancy bits after that. Right, so I've got all those belts up and running now, and I'll show you what I did. I decided not to go for the water wheel. I was going to do it, but then when I dug up to the surface, I found that just where I needed the rotational power, it was basically just below here. So I dug up here. And it was just here, so I thought I might as well just run it off of this, because this is already maxed out at 256, so I don't have to go bother doing another speed controller. So I've just done that all the way down here, and then these belts are all running this way, and then this one along this way. So I'm just going to have one mob masher here, and I've tested this with 4 like crazy fast spawners, and 1 mob masher with upgraded anyway, it can easily handle it. So yeah, the shaft just comes down there. We've got a few gearboxes taking around this way. Vertical one here, just take it up there, and then that just powers this one as well, and it'll just send everything across here. So I'm just going to have some glass along the front of here. I was going to do tinted glass, but it's not really necessary, because with the soul lanterns, what we can do, if we... Let's actually hover up here as well so I can do this slowly. If we right click on this, that is going to change that spawner so it doesn't need darkness. We've got these powered off at the minute, but if I was to power these, those will start spawning regardless of the light level. So we are going to have glass on top as well. And again, doesn't need to be tinted glass, but we'll see what we do when we get up there. Actually, I should put some glass in here now, shouldn't I? Or is it mob masher time? I think it's time to do a bit of crafting for the mob masher, isn't it? Which is always great fun because there's lots of unstackables you need to do. So what do we have? Right. Apparently I've got some iron swords, so... No, I haven't. So let's get another one of those. What else do we need? These need swords as well, though. So I need to do like 6 swords. I've already lost count. I think that's 6. So let's get 2 of those. And then do I have enough? There we go. Right, mob masher. And I am going to use redstone block. So we'll put the mob masher there. And do I take damage from this? No. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. So that's just going to push the mobs along this way. And they're going to get killed by that. And then we just need to have a chest that's going to pick them up. So let's go back up here. I don't know why I put things in like a project test, because I've got wireless storage, haven't I? So let's just pick everything up out of here. And I'll actually use this chest as well. So all I'm going to do, I don't know where I'm going to have the storage, but probably along this wall for now, because I think I'm going to pipe it somewhere else eventually. So we'll just put that there. And I'm not sure how close this has to be, because I've only got a pickup upgrade. So if I throw that down there, it's not going to work, is it? Does it have to be like right next to it? Right, so I'm going to need to upgrade that to a magnet upgrade then. That's good to know. I think the first level will do. So let's get that. And stick that in there. Hold on, I'll pick that up. Oh, that's annoying. If I just throw them in the air like that, they're going to get picked up. Right. Okay, so that's that for that. Everything that gets picked up is then going to get piped out into storage drawers. So I have a storage controller that we can sort all the items into drawers, and then it'll just get piped into that. But I also have an armory cabinet. And these things are quite expensive because they use netherite ingot. But they deal with one of the biggest problems of mob farms, especially in modded anyway, because you just end up with tons and tons of armor. And you don't really know what to do with it, and it's quite hard to sort out with filters manually. So if you just basically pipe everything into this, it'll take 4,096 non-stackable items in there. So no filtering required, just pipe it in, done. So we're going to definitely use that, but I think we're pretty much there now. All we need to do is wall off this, get power to those spawners, and upgrade them as well. I think we're there. So let's just grab some glass. We can cover this front bit up. So, cause I don't want mobs attacking me. So we'll just use normal glass. That's alright, isn't it? Don't have a stick. There we go. Same stick. Right, now I'm doing this. I don't have a way out of here. I can put that on there as well. Okay, where's my way out? I can't remember now. Was it this? No, this wasn't it, but never mind. So the way I'm going to power these spawners is with a redstone link. So what I need to do, new dug on that. On the middle one, because this will power the block either side of it as well. I will do this separately eventually, but if we just do that, and then I think with an empty hand, we just need to shift right click on it. Right, so that's turned that into a receiver. Oh, I haven't got any. Right, jetpack lost power then. So that's a receiver. But I do need to... Right, I need to power my jetpack. Right, so I have a few things on me that are going to upgrade these spawners. So I should probably just put a block down somewhere, shouldn't I? So if we just stick that on there. Turn that off. Right, so to upgrade the spawners, what we've got is fermented spider eye, sugar, and clocks. So the fermented spider eye I am struggling with because I don't have any mushrooms. So I need to go sort that out somehow. But what this does is upgrades the spawn count. So if we hold control and look at this, the spawn count at the minute is 4, and I believe that's by default. So which is the one we want the most of? Probably, I don't actually know. Enderman. Let's do one of each on Enderman and Wither Skeleton. So now that the spawn count on both of those is 6. That's a slight upgrade. But the main thing we want to do is the spawn delay. So this is the time between the spawner activating. So there's two things you can do. The minimum spawn delay, which is pretty obvious what that means, and then the maximum spawn delay as well. So that means it's potentially going to be quite quick, but it's also potentially quite slow as well, because the max spawn delay is still 800. So if we use the clocks, we can bring the max spawn delay down as well. And that's this is one of the reasons I wanted the gold farm doing, because I knew I was going to get through loads of clock doing this. So that Enderman spawner is now maxed out. So you know what, I think I should try this. I'm going to go activate it. So I just need something to set the signal on this. So let's do something that's relevant. You know what, I'm going to use ender pearls because I'm going to have tons of them very, very soon. So let's grab some ender pearls and we'll just set the frequency on here. And if we're going back down here, now I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to place, but let's just put this on the wall like that. Let's set the frequency to that. And then we just need to power that link, and it'll also power the spawners as well. And it will do all three of them because it's on the middle one. So let's do that there. And now that should power. Right, so look, they're coming down there. And the mod masher isn't upgraded yet, so it's going to take a while. But I'll do that. And look, that is getting picked up in there as well. So absolutely perfect. So we need to get the mod masher done. We definitely need to get that upgraded. And that could be quite tricky as well. But yeah, we can basically do that for all the other spawners, and that's how fast it's going to run. I need to get my thing in here to pick up the XP as well, right? So let's go grab that. I haven't actually tested this yet. I think it works. Where is it? This thing here. Oh, and there's an Enderman. Just messing up my base. Oh, I know why that is, because it's one from the spawner, right? Another thing I need to craft. Okay, so let's do that thing first. So we need an Enderman inhibitor, this thing here. So do I have... Oh, I can't do an iron ender. Are you joking? So let's get an eye vendor and then an Enderman ender inhibitor, and that will stop Enderman teleporting away. So should we just we need to make this a little bit bigger, don't we? Put that up there, and that'll stop Enderman teleporting away. Right. So I also want to. How do I want to do this? Doesn't really matter, does it? I can do that in a minute. So with this, if we look on render area, that is where it's active and where it's going to try and collect things from. So what we need to do is basically we can either just move it or set the radius up a little bit. And if we move that down, is that alright? It needs to move across a little bit. No, not that way. Move it that way. And I need to collect experience. There we go. So that will now collect XP. So let's just turn that on again. Give that a little test. We'll see we have 57 levels in there. This will be much better once I get that set up. Alright, the blaze is spawning as well, nice. So you can see that is collecting XP, which is great. And the mob drops are going into there. Right, this is great. So basically, you just need to get everything sped up now, and this will be a crazy fast farm, and obviously get the storage sorted as well. Yeah, this is the fun bit of doing the mob masher upgrades, which I do have in here. So the 4 that we're going to go for are smite, beheading, looting, and sharpness. So some of them are easy to craft, some of them not so much. So let's do the easy ones first. The smite. Where is it? Smite is nice and easy because it's just rotten flesh, redstone, and gold. And we need 10 of these. I think looting's easy because I'm sure it's lapis or blue dye anyway. Yeah, so let's grab some of that. 10 of these again. Right, so that's those done. Right, that was the easy bit. So if we stick those in there. We can also do Benevath pods and one that sets them on fire as well, but I'm not having spiders in this at the minute, and I don't want them set on fire, so that's why I'm just going for these 4. Right, so beheading, a little bit more difficult, because you need 2 gold helmets and 2 iron helmets for each one, so that's quite tricky, and the other one is is sharpness. We need 4 swords for each one. So yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Let's go for this. Let's do the swords. I've had 2, 3, 4. I need 40 iron swords, don't I? This would be so much easier if I had a auto crafting setup, but I don't. So let's do it the hard way for now. Don't even know how many that is, but let's do it. 6. That's not bad. Okay, that should be exactly enough. So let's grab. Yeah, that's 10 of those. So now we can get those in there. And the last one is beheading, which I think is only going to work on... Actually, no, we've got wither skeleton, so that's what we need in here, the wither skeleton. So yeah, we definitely need the beheading. So that means iron and gold helmets, but we have an iron and gold farm now, so no problem. It's probably going to use these as well, but I'm not that fussed about that. So let's just grab a ton of these. Oh, it's a shame it undoes it one at a time as well. So I'm going to need 20 of these, don't I? That's 10. And another 10. And then same for the gold. Okay, that should be enough for those. So where is it? Beheading. Are you really going to make me do that every time? No, there we go, there's 10. Okay, so if we get that in there. And where's my glass? Put that on there. And let's try that again. Right, see. They're dying, look cooking out. Yeah, look at all those ender pearls already. This is why I need to get the storage sorted ASAP. So I think I'm going to do that before I get the other spawners upgraded. So I'll have a bit of a dig around in here. Stick some drawers down, and then we can have a look at the final setup. Right, so I've expanded this room a little bit. Still a bit rough around the edges, need to tidy it up. But the main thing is everything is in now, and we've got the storage. And this is what counts. So now we can actually get this piped out. But after getting this done, I really wanted to get a witch. So I've been across to a witch hut, and there was one there. So I used a mob swab on that, got the DNA. And while I was over there, I was near a dark oak forest, and there was loads of mushrooms. So I chopped a load of those down, and I've just grown a few more over here, and that means I can craft a few fermented spider eye. So I may need more than this, but we can use this to get the mob count up in these spawners as well. So you'll also notice I've already crafted up the chicken feed with the witch DNA, so we might as well get that one now. We can sort out this other spawner. So we'll put that on there. Give you that. And we have a witch spawn egg, so I can do that on this spawner that I've got here. Probably do a comparative first, so that doesn't do anything. You on there. So we now have a witch spawner, and let's just upgrade it while we're here. So get the minimum spawn delay down. Max spawn delay, I hope this is enough. Really get through the clocks doing this. And then finally, fermented spider eye, which I haven't done on any others yet. So right, I only used, what was it, 6 there? That's not bad. So I'll probably need some more to do all of those, but the witch one should be pretty crazy, and we want to get loads of redstone and glowstone out of that. I will also get the spider eye as well, which will be helpful. So yeah, I'm going to need to put some more slots in there, but let's just get everything piping through. So I'm just putting a pipe on the back of here, and I'm going to run that into these 2 things over here. Although before I did that, I probably should, yeah, let's get these linked up first. So at the minute, I've just put down the storage controller and the armory cabinet. So if I just take this, right click on there, and this shows the bounding box where I can do it, and luckily it goes up to here. That wasn't planned, that was pure luck. So we just need to link all these up to that storage controller. So I'll shift and right click, change that to multiple mode, and I can just right click on these like this, and that will pipe everything into there. So let's just check that by unlocking everything and then locking again. Right, that's all good. So now anything that comes into here should get pipes into there if we just set that to extract. That pipe on its own is not going to be enough, so we need to put an upgrade in it, and that means crafting one of these things. So we need to start on each level. So let's get, actually I should probably get these. This is probably a quest, isn't it? So then we do the second level, and then finally that, well, maybe not finally the advanced, because this does it at 30, I think it's 32 items every 5 ticks, whereas if we get the upgrade one netherite, I think this is a full stack every tick, which we may need for this crazy farm. So yeah, let's do it. We've got a little bit netherite, so let's have that. Go to the top straight away. So we'll stick that in there, and that will pipe everything out if it has somewhere to go. It either has to be already in these drawers, or it's armor, and then it'll go into there. So if you just wait for this to finish, I think it's just like 3 pieces of iron armor I had. Where you going? Does it not show? I thought it did. Okay, right. I suppose that's done. So let's turn the farm on, see if this actually works. Right, so I've got all of those upgraded now, and it's running crazy speed. I just need to get the spider eye on there to increase the spawn count, but that is clearing out. And these are going up crazy. And I've also, I don't know if I said, but I've also got the gold upgrades in here as well, so we can hold quite a few items. But I can get some more in there. I've got loads of gold to craft that, but I'm actually running low on copper. So you need to craft up to do these, you need to craft the copper one first. And yeah, I haven't got enough copper to do these. So once I get that done, I can get some more gold upgrades in there and increase the count of this. But look at that. That is coming in so fast. Nice. Right, so we'll get the witch spawner in. Get all these upgraded fully. And we should be good. Actually, though, look at this. You actually get the gems from it as well. I was going to say, I'm going to do this like a manual way as well. Maybe have a way of turning this off so I can get the gems. But we're actually getting gems. I'm sure that wasn't a thing before. I didn't know that was. So we may need to set up a farm in the end, because you're more likely to get the rare and above when you set up one of these farms in the end. So definitely going to have to do that. But for now, we're going to get some of these gems. Good news, so let's get the other spawner in. Right, so that's the witch spawner in there. And I've fully upgraded all of the others with the fermented spider eye as well. And you'll notice there I've also put another redstone link in. So there's 2 receivers there, and they should both work from that one over there. And I've got to mention, I've also put an elevator in. I did start on a staircase, and I will probably do this eventually, but I think that I'm going to need to get this building sorted first before I have a staircase down. So an elevator will do the trick for now. So yeah, we should be able to get this up and running now. Now, I can only run it for a little bit because I need to get the other items into here. But let's give that a go. And yeah, oh yeah, that's crazy. Do we have witches? Witches spawning? That's worrying. Can't see any witches. Might be too many other mobs spawning, so I need to... Look, there's another upgrade you can do, I think. Alright. Definitely didn't get any witches there, did we? Oh no, there we go. Just tried to turn it on again. I've got witches this time, so maybe need to do something with, like, ignore entities or something like that. But we quickly need to... Oh, whatever. I thought my magnet was off. Why am I getting loads of these? Right, so let's grab the redstone and the glowstone. I probably should have put these into compacting drawers, but let's just do it like this for now. Don't tell me those ender pearls are full already. They're not, oh, they are. Right, I need another upgrade. Right, I do have some more gold ones, so let's put 2 of those into the one with the ender pearls. Like that. What else? Potions. That's probably going to take up a lot of room. Oh, do I not have an upgrade in that one? Oh, this is not going well. Grab that out there. Let's put... That's going to fill up a lot, isn't it? So let's do that. And you. Right, anything else? So sticks, spider eye, bottles, sugar. You in there. Sugar, you can go in there. And let's have gunpowder and glass balls. Like that. And then it's these books, isn't it? So I don't want to keep loads of these, I don't think. I don't even know what they are. Oh, I've just learnt something, apparently. Can I do that again? Oh, is it wearing it? Is it? Right, okay. The gems are coming in thick and fast, so that's good. I need to put that somewhere else. You go in there. Right, so the witch hearts as well. Stick those in there. And that seems to be going pretty well. So these gems, I can't believe this is a thing. I had no idea I could do this. Oh, this is going to be very satisfying. Now, at the minute, I am going to need to be near it. It is like a normal spawner. But once we get some nether stars and we put those on there, it doesn't matter where I am. This will just keep spawning like this, which is absolute madness. So I think we should turn that off for now. Make sure everything's good. And I just want to have a look at what the other thing is I need. So if we right click on the spawner, it tells you all the things you can use on it to upgrade it. So I can stand further away if I use prismarine crystals. No AI, that's pretty good. Max entity, that might be the one that I need. So the total number of entities allowed nearby. Yeah, so that means they won't stop each other spawning, I think. So for that, we just need gas tiers. And the great thing is, if I take these things here, what they're called, ender tiers, I can use these in Evilcraft to turn them into gas tiers. Now, I do need to upgrade my setup a little bit, so we'll probably do that one next time. But yeah, that should be a fairly easy thing to do. But I think, as you saw there, it is working pretty well as it is. So I just need to get this linked up to my main system, don't I? So I was going to do that with my current storage. I can just do like a omnidirectional controller, the same thing we did for the wireless. But I think next time, it's finally that time where I'm going to have to get into a bit of E2. I'm really excited. I want to get into doing some AE2, and even like the add-on mods that we've got for it. But I think for now, I'm going to leave this one here. Very happy that we've got this mob farm up and running, and it's going to get us a crazy amount of stuff, and we shouldn't have to worry about ender pearls and blaze rods anymore. So I'm going to leave that one there. But if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.